Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about EIA procedure or components of EIA. If the question is write about procedure of EIA or components of EIA, you have to write the same answer. So there are 8 steps in this process or procedure or components. Screening, scoping, assessment and alternatives again has feasibility, diverse, scheduling, involvement of public. Mitigation measures, environmental impact statement, reviewing and decision making, continuous monitoring. Now let's see each component in detail. First step is screening. I will just explain briefly. So screening of developmental programs, it is usually done by an EIA authority or environmental consultant or any other government agency which has a variety of experts in different domains like environmental science, engineers, ecologists, botanists, geologists, agricultural scientists and sociologists. And this component is quick and easy to use, and this is considered as one of the best decision making step or component. Why? Because in this first phase only the complete project details and its features, that means just as we discussed before, we have variety of experts in different domains, so all these experts will detailedly analyze all the features in their respective domains. For example, engineers will analyze the project design and ecologists will analyze the earth features or earth soil or earth properties. Botanist will then on that particular land, if there are any chances to develop or to grow many trees, will that be helpful to the environment? So all this kind of properties will be learned by the botanist. And zoologist, is there any effect to the animals? So respective expert in their respective domain, they will analyze and assess all the things, and thus based on their views and based on their reports only, we will make a decision that whether the project should be implemented or not. And so this is very easy step and first step and important step. Second one is scoping. So what is this scoping means? This step will recognize the important issues of concern at a preliminary level, that means at a basic level, first level of the planning process. So it helps in the site selection, possible technical options, and it will avoid all kinds of delays. That means what all problems that we face during the project, all those will be avoided by this phase. So this step will involve the developer, planning or environmental agencies, local communities and other stakeholders. Okay, yeah, here involves developer, planning and environmental agencies. So all these people will be involved in this process, and they will discuss the basic plan, that is the primary plan of the project. And also in this scoping process should be focused, comprehensive and flexible, and also this provides sufficient information to the public as well, because while conducting a project or while implementing a project, public should be aware of what kind of project is coming there, and they should be able to understand the project and issues of the project as well. Okay, and then next step is assessment. The assessment is based on the data collection. Okay, this how we assess means based on the data collection. In the first step, all different experts, they have gathered all the information from the from the domains, I mean from the properties or by studying the properties. So by those information, that reports are nothing but data, right? So all this data will be collected, and then all the consultations with the stakeholders, it will be held, and then they will assess the report or project importance. And this EIA authority or environmental consultants will record the construction, operation and maintenance plans also of the project, and they also find the impact of this project, that means negative impact of the project on ecological, that means living organisms, and suggest alternatives for the site selection as well. That means if they have any if they find any problem on the, like if this project is completed and if there is any negative impact on the ecological domain, that means all the living organisms will get affected, then they will suggest an alternative solutions like this project is not suitable here, so find the other site for this project, or you can find the other project as well. So all those assessment will be done in this step. And in the alternatives, alternatives are included. Why? Because to identify and evaluate the alternate actions. So we have discussed in this step that if a project area is not suitable for that particular project, they have to go for another developmental site, or they have to cancel their present project and propose a new project. So all these alternatives will be identified here, and such that those alternatives will achieve the same goals, that means similar goals. For example, our project aim is to construct a industry, and that industry is not suitable here, so we will find another alternative here, such that it will yield the same results, it will produce the same and similar results in that alternative solution. So here we have main features: feasibility, diverse scheduling, and involvement of the public. So feasibility means the proposed alternatives should be economically feasible. That means, for example, the actual project budget is some 1 crore, and they find a alternative solution. That means the project is not good for the environment, so they have find another alternative solution, and that budget is 2 crore for say. Okay, now how much difference? 1 crore. So they can't go for this project, right? So they have to find a project such that it will suit its budget. So approximately they can cover 1 crore to some 10 lakhs, or also less than some 90 lakhs. So it should be in the feasible range. That budget should be in the feasible range. Okay, next, diverse. Diverse means proposed action must have diverse alternatives that will include both design and sides of the development. That means for the project which they have proposed here, just they for the alternate solution here the budget is 2 crore. So we are finding the budget here. So here we have to find the diverse alternatives. That means even though you have got two projects, this is first project design architecture, and the second one this one art. So both of those designs should match. That means if you are constructing building, then the alternate solution also should be the architecture of building only. You cannot go for architecture of industry, right? So that is what here diverse means. Then scheduling. This scheduling means the proposed alternative should be timely presented to encourage more environmentally sound and publicly acceptable solutions. That means whatever the time and whatever the schedule we have decided for the original project, the same should be applied for the alternate project as well. And the last one is involvement of the project. So public participation is very important one in every project. So it should be encouraged to integrate citizens into the environmental decision making process. So based on the public hearing only, the final decision of the project must be made. So that public hearing session can be in the form of surveys, or it can be direct interaction, or it can be responsive publication. So they can choose any of the method to collect the data from the public about the project. And next one is mitigation measures. So mitigation is nothing but it's a kind of monitoring. Okay, this step will include the modifications in the proposals to prevent, avoid, or minimize the potential and significant effects of the project. This will also include the substitution of alternative technology. So that means if the present technology is not good for this project, so they'll find the alternative technology. So this will includes the modifications, that means changes. We have designed one architecture at the starting of the project, so we may not implement the exact architecture because during the construction we might face any difficulty. So what we will do is we will change the architecture a bit, not the complete architecture, only where the difficulty is high. So that modifications will be done in the mitigation measures. And the next one is the environmental impact statement. This we have discussed in the previous video. So environmental impact statement is a reporting of the project. Okay, it will contain all the details, total summary of the description of project, which is very clear and comprehensive, and also it should be non-technical. That means anyone who has the report and who read the report should be able to understand what the project is. It should not contain any technical words. Okay, and it will contain all the location details, design details, scale, size, mitigation measures. So just as we discussed in the previous steps, all those details will be in clear and concise manner in this EIS report. And the last step is, sorry, not last one, reviewing and the decision making. So this reviewing and decision making, what is this means? This will start, or this step will begin when the working document of the proposed project reaches the decision maker. That means after they receive the report, and the final thing, what there is a person, he has to approve the report, or he has to approve the project. This report will be going to that person, and that person will review all the features and functionalities and all those things, and after that the final decision will be made by that person, like should we continue this project, or should we go for any other thing, like that. Okay. And next, continuous monitoring. Monitoring is nothing but just it's a kind of observing the project. Like during the construction of the project, they have to observe whether all the construction and all the operations are occurring according to the architecture plan or the project plan. Are there any changes with the plan? So are we doing the correct construction? All those details will be in this continuous monitoring. Thank you.